Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this, but it has come to my mind and my attention, so I'm going to say it. As members of the human species, of the human race, I think it's safe to say we all need three things at very least. At very least, now, there are a lot of other things like, having a place to live and income to be able to afford to get to the job, and there are things. But the very core, most basic of things we need, three of them. We need to be seen as we are. We need to be known as we are. We need to be heard as we are. And we need to be held as we are. Seen, heard, and held. Seen, known, and held. And it doesn't matter which order, but usually they kind of all coalesce together. Like, you aren't going to hold someone if you don't love them and think they're gross. For instance, like, you got to know them well enough to know they're beautiful, and you hold them in that place. And it's not like a prerequisite. I'm getting a little off track. What I'm trying to say is, I think we should be understanding that we need three things: to be seen as we are, understood and known and heard as we are, and to be held in that place as a loved being. We need that more than anything I think we could ever think of. And if we don't operate from a place where we understand that, if we don't live out life understanding that, I think things kind of get muddled and go wrong. And I was thinking specifically, not of an instance that has happened directly to me recently or anything specific, but I was thinking about like Bible studies or like group book studies. So often we get together and we have these ideas like, okay, so the book is this book, we're going to read this book, we're going to read this much, and we're going to talk about this particular portion of the book, and we're going to have these specific questions that require these answers, and we have a way. There's a plan. There's defined action that must occur, and if anything happens to deviate from that plan, we shut it down, we kill it off, we don't want it. And that's because we like rules. We like things to be sensible. We like things to be safe and comfortable, and rules and regulations can provide that feeling for a lot of people. But the reality is, we don't need rules in that sense and regulations in that sense, because while we do need them, in that sense, they're taking away from core things we need. If I come to group, whatever, and I just lost my house, or I just lost my car, say maybe my father died or something, and we're there to talk about the Great Gatsby and why this happened when he did this or did that. Maybe it's not really that important to me, because my dad just died. I don't have a place to live. What am I going to do? And then for me to come there and ask for prayer and say, maybe do this instead of that, like, please can we talk about this, and you to say, oh no, we're here to talk about the Great Gatsby. You can go to your therapist. We don't want to talk. No, this is not here right now. We're here to talk about this, not that. So don't. How invalidating, demeaning, and belittling. And sometimes we do this and we don't even know it. And so I just want to propose this simple idea, the simple possibility, that when we get together as people in groups, let's know each other. Let's see each other. Let's really hold on to each other. Everyone's fighting a battle that we don't know what is precisely, or if they're even going through it. Everyone. And if we don't take any time to acknowledge that, they get bulldozed over like they're nothing and mean less. And ooh, it's terrible. I don't want to be part of that. And I'm willing to bet you don't either. So have a little freedom. Maybe we're here to talk about the book of John, but we really need to pray for someone over here instead. Fine, do it. We can talk about John anytime. So, hopefully that all made sense. I'm going to let you go. And if it resonates, give a like, have a share. There's goodness to be behold. Take care.